This is Mr. Corr, and I'm here to talk to you about the 7th grade science student guide that we will be using for my class. The first area we are focusing on are the 4 major content areas. In the first term, we will focus on Earth, and that is dealing with ecology, also Earth's changing surface with plate tectonics, volcanoes, earthquakes, a lot of good things that you did at Boyce as well, and we'll be adding on to those in that first term. The second term will focus on cells. We will go in depth with living things, body systems, organization of living things, and most importantly, we will go in depth with the cell and all the different parts that make it work. After that, we're going to focus like what makes humans humans, and that is with genetics. So our big focus is on DNA and also talking about Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics too. And then in the fourth term, we're going to focus on the scientific method, light, and energy. All during these labs, or excuse me, during these units, you will experiencing labs in many different forms. So we will be focusing on many hands-on activities. We will also focus on some engineering aspects as the year goes on. Those are your 4 major content areas, and I'll talk more about this on the first day. As far as supplies, you need to have your Chromebook every day. I would also bring headphones, earbuds, AirPods, just to make sure you have something so you know that you can listen to something without being a distraction. The glue stick, the tape, the supplies, you're going to hold on to those. Usually we would collect those at some point, but we're not going to collect them this year. But if you can hold them and house them in your locker, that would be great. And all the supplies that we outlined should be ready by this Friday, September 11th, or your next rotation day, which could be either Monday or this Friday. So keep that in mind. The classroom policies. We have a very distinct and sort of guidelines when it comes to dealing things within science, because we are dealing a lot with lab safety concern. So we'll even have a second safety contract to talk about there. But when we talk about classroom policies, when we talk about your learning, we say that learning is a group effort. I take responsibility for doing my part. You have to take responsibility for yours. Learning is a process, and we'll do it together to accomplish our goals over the year. Lab safety is also a major concerns. We'll have a lab safety procedure that I'll also talk about these in the lab safety contract, because there are things that are pretty dangerous this year. So you're expected to follow all lab safety procedures, and we will outline the safety contract for you. All assignments in my class are due by 8:45 unless indicated otherwise. Some of the labs are due later in the day. Some of the labs are due the next days or 2 days from when we started the lab, because they're pretty extensive. But if it's just a normal homework assignment, it's usually due at 8:45 that day, and that goes for our entire team. If you're missing class for any reason, you are responsible for getting that information and assignments. They will also be responsible for submitting the assignments on Canvas. That's important too. So make sure if you will miss the assignment that you put it into Canvas, because that's how I always grade. I'm constantly checking Canvas to make sure that the grades are updated. All assignments need to be submitted before missing class for early dismissals, sporting events, band, or chorus. So if you're going to be out as a result of an early dismissal, make sure you come and see me to get the work that you miss, or check Canvas to make sure you understand what it is that you're not going to be doing or not going to be able to do in class. 2 days out equals 2 days to make up the work. So if you're out for 5 days, you have 5 days plus the additional to make up the work. So that's something that there. And if you miss 3 assignments within a term, I have to contact your parents to make sure to get you back on the right track. Okay? I know that was kind of quick, but I'll reiterate this more during the first day as well. Now, when we go through the evaluation description, like how do I grade you? All DP, or daily performance grade, this is like your homework, participation, things like that. I use a 3-point rubric, and I basically ask, did you turn it in on time? Did you complete it with effort? And did you follow the directions? Those 3 things are how I basically grade homework. If you turn it in a day late, it's docked half. If you turn it in any day after that, you may not receive any points on it at all, depending on the situation. So if you turn it in late one day, it's docked half day off. It's usually around 1.5. So at the end of the 9 weeks, your performance and work habits will also contribute to your DP grade. All academic knowledge grades will be graded in the following manner. You'll have at least 6 AK grades, and that's your labs, tests, and quizzes. Some of them are worth 20 points, some of them are worth 3 points. Labs are usually worth 12 to 16 points, and this is probably the first time that you're actually going to have to create full-blown lab reports, okay? So that's something that, you got to take used to, sort of getting used to that and understanding what's going on with our labs. And we'll have rubrics that we use to help you understand how you'll be graded on those. If you get below an 80% on any test, you'll be required to take a retake. And I have a test prepare form that you have to do before an alternative form of the assessment is completed. So if you want to take a retake, I have a test prepare form that I'll show you. A lot of students take advantage of this, and it really helps to understand what's going on. So I recommend that you take advantage of the retake feature. Some of you, I will say, you must retake it. Some of you, I may not say, even if it's a little below an 80, I may not say that, but some of you I will. Then on your report card, you've seen this before, the OGSN system, and you guys are familiar with that. This section here is for your parents to read. So you're going to take this and show this to your parents on their iPad or on your iPad, and I want you to fill in this information with your signature and get their signature on the iPad as well. And then we can, look at that and get that graded too. So that's the overall, student guide for my class. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know.